Right now at 10, back to the studio. ABC's parent company deciding to put Jimmy Kimmel back on the air this week.
And Wisconsin joins the national fight over hemp, how a new bill is targeting THC products in stores statewide.
Plus, Onalaska wants students back in class weeks earlier than state law allows. Why they're asking for a special exception.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. We start with developing news. Disney and Jimmy Kimmel have settled their differences with his program returning to ABC tomorrow night.
Kimmel was suspended last week after making what Disney calls insensitive and ill-timed comments about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Jonathan Vigliotti is in Hollywood.
Jimmy Kimmel will return to the air tomorrow night. Disney, the parent company of ABC, said in a statement that we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. Hours before Disney's announcement, FCC Chairman Brendan Carr said Kimmel's suspension had nothing to do with government influence.
Jimmy Kimmel is in the situation that he's in because of his ratings, not because of anything that's happened at the federal government level.
Those comments were a departure from what Carr said last week.
I mean, look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. These companies can find ways to change conduct, to take action, frankly, on Kimmel, or there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead.
Since Kimmel was pulled, pushback has come from all parts of the political spectrum. Republican Senator Rand Paul.
Absolutely inappropriate. Brendan Carr's got no business weighing in on this.
And Republican Senator Ted Cruz likened the FCC chair's words to a gangster movie.
That's right out of Goodfellas. That's right out of a mafioso coming into a bar going, "Nice bar you have here. It'd be a shame if something happened to it."
And supporters of Kimmel came out once again in front of his studios to voice their opposition against what they call an assault on free speech.
This is not a partisan issue. It is an American issue.
Democratic Congresswoman Laura Friedman represents California's 30th district, which includes Hollywood.
And what we're seeing is this administration being willing to use their power to try to threaten broadcasters who don't agree with them.
It's unclear if the FCC and ABC have been in communication and what rules, if any, Kimmel might have to abide by. While the FCC chairman has reframed the suspension as one motivated by low ratings, one thing is clear: a lot of eyes will be on Kimmel when he returns to the theater behind me tomorrow. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Hollywood.
Now, Charlie Kirk's memorial service was held yesterday with tens of thousands of people attending the event inside Arizona's State Farm Stadium.
A traffic alert for Winona County drivers. Westbound bridges on I-90 over County Road 7 and Highway 76 are down to one lane. It's for repairs to both bridges. The Department of Transportation says the work is expected to be complete by October 1st.
A new Wisconsin bill looks to close a loophole for hemp-related products. Current law allows products with Delta-9 THC concentrations under 0.3% to be sold in Wisconsin. Those products have appeared in major grocery stores and gas stations. But if passed, this bill would have those products come off the shelves. Local business owners say the impact of the ban would be severe.
We would have to take most of the products off our shelves, honestly.
It would certainly be devastating, not only for us, but when we think about all the people we do business with, it would impact them as well.
The legislation would ban any products with psychoactive effects, prohibiting beverages, edibles, vapes, and oils. Well, it has been a wet start to the week. Significant rainfall hitting our southern communities, especially those in Crawford County. This is in Mount Sterling. Footage of damaged or even downed trees, facades of houses almost completely peeled off. And then northwest of here, we also got video footage sent in of the Goose Island campground with standing water throughout that entire area.
So let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart to see what's next.
Well, pretty much all that activity is really done with. We got some needed rain, though, for a lot of areas since we've been dry since the end of August through early September. We had a couple severe storms that were really for Crawford County. That has all since pushed to the south. So the big story going forward is going to be the fog and low clouds overall. There's your 24-hour precipitation. This is not 3 days overall. So you can see a lot of it fell just south of La Crosse, or including southern parts of La Crosse, and then parts to the west. So that was the last 24 hours. So quite a bit, 2 to 3 inches potential down there. Now, there's a lone little cell down there just across in Iowa. Otherwise, watch the visibilities. That's going to be where the trouble is going to be tonight for areas that don't see low clouds. We're already starting to see it lowering down to 3 to 2 miles, and that's what's going to be going forward. So, Claire, you're going to wake up with either low clouds or potential fog, which means visibilities could be under a half mile potentially. We'll see some improvement in visibility, but cloud covers are going to linger through noon, 65 degrees. La Crosse, similar. It could be low clouds or some visibility. Visibility improves first, and then the low clouds linger through the noon hour, which will keep our temperatures down to about 67 at noon. So later on, we're going to see more of this going on in the future. But the good news is it is a drying stretch, and temperatures are going to begin to respond eventually in the forecast, and we'll break that all down a bit later in the broadcast.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Greg.
And a reminder, you can track weather with the First Warn weather app. You can find it at the App Store or on Google Play.
The Onalaska School Board has voted to request an earlier start to the school year.
News 8 Now's JDS McGee joins us with the details in the studio. JDS.
The board approved a resolution tonight that could allow schools to begin as early as August 24th in the 2026-27 school year. Wisconsin law usually requires schools to start after September 1st, but the board is requesting an exception from the state, noting high cost to bus private school students who begin classes earlier.
It's all about flexibility for us, right? I mean, when we're considering all of our options for next school year, we want the ability to look at everything. And one of those options we'd like to consider is starting prior to September 1st.
The resolution gives the district more control over its calendar and is aimed at reducing transportation costs. The superintendent did emphasize that this is only the beginning of the process. The board will have the final vote on what the 2026-27 school year looks like if the Department of Public Instruction approves the request. Reporting in the studio, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
Thank you, JDS. The Franciscan Spirituality Center in La Crosse is celebrating 40 years of service. The center continues offering a variety of programs, including silent retreats, grief support, and spiritual direction. During the event today, attendees received a special blessing in honor of the milestone, and Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey proclaimed the day Franciscan Spirituality Center Day.
It feels good to be here to read the proclamation, to acknowledge the work that is happening amongst this group of individuals and all the work that they're doing in our community.
That celebration was free and open to everyone.
Governor Evers joined Microsoft officials to announce an additional $4 billion investment to expand its data center campus in Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin, with what is being labeled as the world's biggest data center. This project plans to make Wisconsin a leader in powering artificial intelligence. Leaders say the project is creating thousands of jobs throughout the state, but some people are concerned about the negative impact the center could have on the environment.
With this investment, Microsoft is making Wisconsin the home of the most powerful data center in the world.
The initial data center, announced in 2023, is expected to be operational by 2026, with the $4 billion expansion planned for completion by the end of 2028.
This year's Oktoberfest medallion still hasn't been found. Clue number 8 reads, for years, the spur brought building materials along with loads and loads of coal. Mid-century, the area had a new aspiring goal: build expansion over the decades, followed with the population of Horizon, become the long-lasting edifice on the eastern horizon. Now, 10 clues are going to be shared until that medallion is found. Prizes include $500 cash and, of course, a souvenir medallion.
Well, Culver's is turning up the flavor. Beginning October 15th, the chain will offer jalapeno cheese curds. It's to celebrate the 10th anniversary of National Cheese Curd Day.
Still to come tonight, President Trump announcing new warnings about Tylenol, the conflicting advice that has some doctors concerned.
And the White House announces a massive increase in H-1B visa fees, why tech companies are pushing back.
Every accident is different. Different driving conditions, different injuries, different life circumstances. The insurance companies often use these circumstances to avoid paying you what you deserve. At Gruber Law Offices, we know how insurance companies can take advantage after an accident. Trust our experience and history of successfully helping our clients. And remember, there is never a fee until we win. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
In the Northland, we're chasing fall by tackling the back roads and any type of terrain while going off the beaten path, even if there's a bump along the way. The only right way to get out there this season is in a Ford SUV that can handle it all. Now get $3,500 open bonus cash on a new 2025 Ford Escape. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Thankfully, American Waterworks offers proven, warranted solutions. Typically less expensive than full replacement and more efficient and lightweight than mud jacking, our methods are designed to last. After all, your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
Well, the White House says pregnant women should avoid acetaminophen found in Tylenol, citing possible links to autism.
Many medical experts dispute the claim, saying the data is unreliable and the warning may cause confusion. CBS News' Erica Brown reports.
President Trump announced Monday that the Food and Drug Administration will be notifying physicians that the use of acetaminophen, an active ingredient in Tylenol, during pregnancy could be associated with an increased risk of autism in children.
So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good.
For decades, acetaminophen has been considered the safest over-the-counter medication to treat pain and fever in pregnant women. And the president said pregnant women could consider taking the medication for extreme cases while consulting a physician, but warned most against taking the drug.
Don't take Tylenol. There's no downside. Don't take it.
The medical community has largely assessed that a number of factors could contribute to the development of autism in children, and that the use of acetaminophen during pregnancy is safe. Kenvue, the makers of Tylenol, issued a statement saying taking acetaminophen does not cause autism. We strongly disagree with any suggestion otherwise and are deeply concerned with the health risks this poses for expecting mothers.
Tylenol, acetaminophen, is safe in pregnancy. If you have a high fever during pregnancy, that can cause neurodevelopment issues in the baby. So you don't want to let that fever go untreated.
Right.
And, you know, pregnant women may have pain, and that's not something that should go untreated either.
Dr. Celine Gounder, CBS News' medical contributor, says today's announcement could lead to confusion among pregnant women on which drugs could be taken safely. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
There's now a new $100,000 fee for H-1B visa applications. An H-1B is a non-immigrant visa allowing highly educated foreign professionals to work in the U.S. The previous fee was between $2,000 and $5,000. The White House has clarified it applies only to new applications and not current visa holders or renewals. Google employees in New York are protesting the rule, which could impact companies relying on those skilled foreign workers.
I know from speaking with my coworkers on visas that they are scared that if they demand fair treatment at work, they will be retaliated against. So I call on all Googlers to stand in solidarity with our immigrant coworkers because we cannot fight any of this alone.
The H-1B visa rule is set to expire after a year, but could be extended. A
new government report shows that car repairs are getting costlier. There was a jump between July and August. The report found repairs rose 5% and overall are up 15% from a year ago. Analysts say tariffs are mostly to blame.
We will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we have thankfully a lot of days of fog and low clouds in the morning, but we will see some sunshine. And the better news is the temperatures are going to continue to climb all the way through Oktoberfest weekend. We'll break it all down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
The National Home Furnishing Sale is back at Home Furniture. Get up to an extra 15% savings in instant factory rebates from our best furniture brands. Plus, get 36-month special financing with no money down. The National Home Furnishing Sale right now at Home Furniture.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage?
Yes, sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromised their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
What keeps me at Eagle Crest are the people that I work with. I enjoy my team so much. I look forward to seeing them every day. I enjoy our monthly meetings, getting to see the other managers from the other facilities and collaborate. I motivate my team by bringing us back to why we're here, going through our residents, getting to know them. You feel like you're really part of a big mission to help our residents have a full and healthy life.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
During the Drive Into Fall event, save on our most popular models. Remaining 2025 Ram 1500 pickups are 20% off MSRP, a savings of up to $14,500 on a new Laramie Crew Cab, and a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo with heated seats, remote start, and Apple CarPlay, just $36,790, which is $7,000 off MSRP, less than a used one. So come see us today at Chrysler Winona, Highway 61, Winona.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Get fresh and locally grown carrots, cucumbers, peppers, radishes, cabbage, cauliflower, potatoes, zucchini, dill, onions, tomatoes, blueberries, and our triple sweet corn. Find unique lawn, garden, and home decor, as well as fresh cut flowers and arrangements. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, and pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
The savings are heating up on fire tables during the fire sale at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get up to 50% off regular prices like this fire table set for $11.98, or get this woodland fire table for just $4.98. Hurry in for our year-end fire table sale, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Yeah, typically during the fall, we typically can see a lot of foggy mornings, and given this setup that we're going to have, we're going to see it probably for several days, maybe all the way to even Thursday morning too. And right now it's already starting to set up with visibility starting to fall here in certain areas, 4 miles or less, even had an occurrence of half a mile at Viroqua already. So the only lone cell that was out there has dissipated. So this is just high clouds to the south. We'll start seeing the visibility drop or low cloud cover really redevelop over across the area. So this will be the main thing that we'll be dealing with for several mornings, as I mentioned. There you go. You can start seeing some of this low cloud, especially north. See how it expands southward. They got dense fog advisories further north of Rusk County, but we're going to start seeing this low cloud or fog expand across the area. Then you start seeing the valleys kind of fill in towards the morning. So the morning commute may start off okay in some areas, but definitely by 6 to 7, we're going to see a lot of low clouds or fog. Fog meaning your visibilities could drop down to maybe a half mile at times. This will persist. At least the visibility will start improving probably by 10 a.m. And all this green is actually indicating is some of this low clouds could spit out some mist, maybe a little bit of drizzle too. By noon, we'll start seeing at least the visibility improve. It won't be probably till early afternoon that we start seeing some of the low clouds begin to break up, and that's even some areas may wait all the way till like 4 p.m. or even 5 p.m. to start seeing this breaking up. So by the evening commute, most areas will see at least some sunshine. Unfortunately, we'll start off the evening pretty much mostly clear, partly cloudy. We're going to see the low clouds begin to push right back into the area and the fog redevelop. A little bit cooler tomorrow night, given that we'll start off a little bit mostly clear. Wednesday morning, there's your cloud cover right there. It's either clouds or low or fog. It'll lift out a little bit earlier, maybe for some areas on Wednesday. But then Wednesday night, we'll see a repeat of that once again. Maybe a little bit more patchy that night. The good news with Thursday is I think it'll burn off much quicker as the winds turn around. We should see plenty of sunshine for Thursday for the most part, and that'll extend into Friday too. So that's really the story. We're dry, but we got some impacts to deal with during the morning hour. Tomorrow's temperatures might be a little bit Warmer for some areas, given that we had all the precipitation for Monday. Other areas, not much of a change. This is close to seasonal for most areas. Now, Wednesday, we start off a little cooler, so our temperatures they kind of back off maybe a degree from Tuesday, but all in all, still pretty typical for this time of year. As we go to Thursday, better chance we're going to see temperatures get back in the mid-70s or at least above average. Winds begin to turn around a little bit. We'll have plenty more sunshine. The clouds won't linger as longer on Thursday than compared to Tuesday or Wednesday. If you're looking for Oktoberfest, upper 70s, low 80s. That is above average, about good 6 to 7 degrees above average. Plenty of sunshine. In fact, Friday could be a lot of sun. Fewest clouds probably in the forecast going into Saturday. Saturday, we got a little bit of a cold front kind of coming through. It's dry, but as you look at the 8-day temps, they come down just a little bit, and there'll be more of a kind of a west-northwest wind that day for most of the area. And for the rest of the forecast, it is a very dry pattern. In fact, there's not much of a system until maybe the second half of next week, and that's a big if, too, at this point. And temperatures, for the most part, are above average because by the time we get to the middle of next week, most of the area is now getting into the upper 60s and near 70 as average temperatures as we go closer to October.
Sure. All right. So basically, really enjoy this week.
Right now, like I said, we flipped the switch a little bit, but it's going to be dry. We need the precipitation, but now we got a good, probably almost 2 weeks, maybe potentially of dry conditions.
Looks good.
All right. Thanks very much, Greg. And coming up next in sports, trouble in Titletown? The Packers reeling after that trap game loss. Plus action on the pitch as La Crescent girls looking to improve on an already impressive season. Kate is next.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day.
It's Plinko month at Wesco Home. Come play and unlock your discount. Up to 30% off all furniture and mattresses. Play to save on the comfort you've been dreaming of. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Update your home with an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. For over 50 years, Mastercraft has been making great doors inside and out, from traditional to contemporary. Mastercraft has doors to fit anyone's style. Choose from our huge in-stock selection or design your door your way with our free step-by-step design program. Right now, get this pre-finished 6-panel interior door for only $119.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models. Visit HometownChevy.com.
It's Plinko month at Wesco Home. Come play and unlock your discount. Up to 30% off all furniture and mattresses. Play to save on the comfort you've been dreaming of. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
More rain put a damper on a few of the outdoor activities today, but the La Crescent girls soccer team was in action, looking to continue an impressive season. Let's go to Earl Seton Field where the Lancers hosting the Lake City Tigers. Only 6 minutes into the first half, and Anna Wood capitalizes on a pass in the box for the score. Lancers up early. Then not too long after that, it's Wood again, this time with a left footer into the back of the net. Lancers go up 2, and shortly after, it's Ava Reining with a nice right footer. The goalie can't stop it. Lancers up 3 as La Crescent will cruise to victory from there, 4-0 the final. 24 hours later, and the Packers lost to the Browns. Still doesn't sit right. What seemed to be a win was just taken away in the final few minutes. A blocked field goal for Green Bay led to a Cleveland Cleveland game-winning field goal was one of the more wild turn of events I've seen. But let's go over a few key takeaways from the game. Starting on a positive note, the defense still looked really good. If it weren't for a late interception that gave the Browns the ball at the 5 and that blocked field goal, they easily could have held the Browns to just 3 points. Second point, the offensive line, they've got some work to do. Zach Tom tried to suit up at tackle, but only made it through 1 snap before a lingering oblique strain put him on the sideline for the rest of the game, and they just couldn't find their rhythm after that. My last takeaway, the Packers have to be more disciplined. 14 penalties yesterday, 10 in week 2. When you go from 2nd and 1 to 2nd and 6, it just makes things way harder than it needs to be. The Packers are still one of the better teams in the NFC, but they still have some work to do. They still have to put in the work and prove it throughout the season if they want to be there at the end.
I just think this league is such a week-to-week league, and you can never lose sight of that. And you can't take any moment, any game for granted. And the goal, and I've said it a million times to you guys, I don't think I've obviously said it enough to our team, the goal is to go 1-0 every week. And it pisses me off when we start talking about things outside of the next game.
So here's what we got next. Green Bay on the road in Texas up against the Dallas Cowboys for Sunday Night Football. Micah Parsons will make his return to Dallas. I'm sure he'll have an extra chip on his shoulder during this one. The Cowboys defense, they've given up an average of 30 points a game this year. So a real opportunity for the Green Bay offense to find their groove and score some points. And a big part of the Cowboys offense will be missing Dallas wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, said to be out for at least 3 to 4 weeks as he suffered a high ankle sprain yesterday afternoon. Lamb had 16 receptions for 222 yards in the first 2 games of the NFL season and has been a big threat early on. So a bit of a break for the Packers defense. Just a real rough weekend all around for football in the state of Wisconsin. The Badgers lost to Maryland for the first time in school history on Saturday. Wisconsin will now enter their bye week, but look at this upcoming schedule after the bye. At Michigan on the 4th, hosting Iowa on the 11th, then up against number 1 Ohio State and number 6 Oregon. It might be a rough October for the Badgers. The UW Lacrosse Eagles enter their bye week 2-0 on the season and are now up to number 5 in the latest D3 football polls after a big win over D2 opponent Wayne State on Saturday. UW will begin conference play on the road, taking on UW Whitewater starting on October 4th. In case you missed it yesterday, the Brewers officially clinched the NL Central. It's their 3rd straight division title and 5th since 2018. They'll get a pass to the NLDS and still have a 3-game lead over the Phillies for the best record in baseball. And they've got a chance to increase that lead tonight out on the West Coast up against the Padres. Milwaukee currently in front 3-2 in the 6th. Freddie Peralta surpassed 200 strikeouts on the season during this one. Guys, we've got a few more regular season games to go, but I am excited for playoff baseball.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the Brewers to avoid that wild card round that's cost them the last
That's
few years.
right. Can't get your heart broken in the wild card weekend if you play better than a wild card record.
Hey, we're almost to, if they can get to 100 wins, I don't know what
awesome.
your guys' guesses were, but I know you guessed
I think I was like
117.
112.
You might be close.
112 or something like that,
Don't
yeah.
laugh at me, Greg.
You might be closer than anyone.
Yeah,
So
I think I might
credit
be.
to you. You had your eye on the
You
Brewers.
had the belief in there for sure.
They helped you out with that. They made you seem right.
I helped them.
You
Yeah.
did. Yeah, you manifested the success.
I did. All right, more news right after this.
How do you find the best personal injury lawyer? You ask other lawyers. Every partner at Bygoff and Rohde has been ranked in the top 5% by their peers. Hire the MVPs of personal injury. Call BGR.
Right now at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, get our lowest prices of the year. For a limited time only, we're offering the best possible pricing on your favorite brands throughout the store. Like our lowest price on these men's and women's Skechers, just $34.99. Rewards members can buy 3 tires, get 1 free, plus additional instant savings on select brands. Plus, buy early and get $200 instant savings on all Cub Cadet snow throwers. Don't miss our lowest prices of the year, only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
The search for savings stops here at Black River Furniture Outlet, Wisconsin's best price furniture store. Stop in and check out our Poly outdoor furniture, relaxing swivel gliders, loves, and dining sets, available to customize. Inside, shop a huge lineup of Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Upholstery. Reclining or stationary sofas, loves, or sectionals available. Set the table or make the bed with sets from Ashley Furniture, and find the perfect rug to tie your home together. Family and veteran-owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
I lost my son to an accidental drug overdose. This is why we created the George Ford Recovery Foundation, to champion drug use awareness, funding, and solutions so we don't lose any more kids. You know, there's an effective, simple solution. Narcan kits help save lives in seconds. They're required in schools in many states, but sadly, not in Wisconsin. Help us become the next state to implement them and save lives. So please call your state senator today.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
Some decisions you can make quickly. I'm all in. But when you're hiring a personal injury lawyer, trust me, you're gonna win big. Do your research and object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
For the first time ever, an American has won the Cheesemonger World Cup in France.
That's right. Amelia de Albero from Philadelphia won the contest featuring blind tastings and cheese sculpting. This year was the first time that Team USA decided to send 2 women as their representatives. Both women landed on the podium, with Seattle native Courtney Johnson also winning the bronze. De Albero took home the grand prize of $2,900 for securing the gold medal.
So how about this?
They had faith in the women, having good taste buds and sculpting skills.
Yeah, it's just a knowledge of all things cheese those 2 women have. And it just goes to show it's not just Wisconsin that has a fascination with cheese. We've got women from all over the country
Seattle,
who know what they're talking about.
They know what they're talking about.
Good
all
stuff.
right, let's get more of those aficionados.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
going.
cheesemongers.
Cheesemongers going, right? Okay, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
The National Home Furnishing Sale is back at Home Furniture. Get up to an extra 15% savings in instant factory rebates from our best furniture brands. Plus, get 36-month special financing with no money down. The National Home Furnishing Sale right now at Home Furniture.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. Plus, get $4,500 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Get fresh and locally grown carrots, cucumbers, peppers, radishes, cabbage, cauliflower, potatoes, zucchini, dill, onions, tomatoes, blueberries, and our triple sweet corn. Find unique lawn, garden, and home decor, as well as fresh cut flowers and arrangements. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, and pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
During Home Seasonal Concepts end-of-season porch and patio clearance, get up to 50% off regular prices, like this 5-piece dining set for just $8.98, or this fire table for $7.98. The end-of-season porch and patio clearance, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
All right, visibilities will be an issue tonight. Already starting to see some of that down to 1 or 2 miles occasionally. It could be less than a half mile for the morning commute, or you'll just see clouds, low clouds linger through about most of the day. Some sun all afternoon Tuesday, Wednesday. The better news is Thursday, Friday. We get back to upper 70s, low 80s, and it's a dry stretch of weather all the way through next week, looks like right now. So, and those temperatures are above average because at this point by this weekend we should be around the low 70s or upper 60s depending on location. So
we need a break from the lightning after it made last Friday.
It gave us a
no
show.
more lightning. Keep it away.
You got your day this week.
Thanks for joining us at 10.